It's TGI Now time, back again in the K420 studio discussing real authentic truth talk, freedom of speech, and living in the now. Freeing your mind.
One episode at a time.
Shit, we trying.
Boom.
Back at it again.
There we are. Look at that. Technology. Live and in the house. So check this out. I got to tell you guys a synchronicity happened the other night. So I went to dinner with Richie and Quinn. We went to Green Marlin. You know, we're having a good time, having a good night. And, you know, and Richie's birthday's the 22nd. That was the 20th. And then the 21st was Father's Day, right?
It's my son's birthday, the 22nd, June 22nd.
Awesome. Yeah. So we kind of celebrated Father's Day and Richie's birthday at the same time, which we normally don't do because it doesn't fall on the 21st usually. So we came home, and me and Quinn were hanging out. I was watching videos on YouTube, and he was hanging out in here. And all of a sudden, in my YouTube feed, Rondell's song comes up, "Pray" on my feed, like a recent suggested video, and I'm going, I haven't pulled that video up since probably 5 years ago, since you showed it to me to do the intro, and so I'm looking at it, and I'm going, holy shit, and I'm like, and I thought about the 21st of June was the day we recorded our first podcast 5 years ago. And so I looked at Quinn, and I was like, that's crazy, Quinn, right? And I go, and the 21st, and the clock struck midnight.
Damn,
on the
as soon as you were saying that.
As soon as I said it, I looked at the clock, and it was midnight. I was like, it's the 21st right now. I was like, that's crazy. It was almost like a whole full circle type of thing. I was like, that video shouldn't pop up in my feed like that. Right. I'm like, that's crazy. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, it was 5 years ago. 5 years ago. So it was a memory.
But it wasn't a memory on YouTube. It just popped up. It wasn't Facebook memory. It was a YouTube feed of his video on YouTube that we pulled to make the fucking intro.
To make the intro.
Yeah. Because you're the one that looked it up on your computer at the cave. And it popped up in my feed. In my house on my TV on the 21st of June.
That's crazy. I mean, your TV is nuts.
And the 21st of June, the anniversary of our first podcast.
You surprised?
Dude, I was like, holy crap. I'm like, this is crazy. And even Quinn was like, that's fucking creepy, Dad.
That's kind of creepy, yeah.
And then we listened to the whole thing, and it was like, we listened to the whole thing, and it's like this. And I showed him how I cut it and how I did it, and thought about when I could cut in the TGI Now. And he's like, oh, that was perfect. I was like, yeah, we cut it right there, and I thought it would work out perfect. And he's like, it's exactly what you guys do. It's like we could roll up, spark it up, and pass it like a relay.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was perfect, dude.
Yeah, the song was perfect. That's when I told you when you were talking about the podcast that we got to get Rondell's song.
Yeah. And you pulled it up on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy crap. So that's just a quick story that I had to tell because it just floored me, dude. I was like so freaking floored. It was like
everything comes into play.
Yeah. It was like, oh my God. I'm like, all right, well, I obviously that's a sign, that we've come full circle.
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked about so many things, and tonight we'll talk about, a little bit of the Matrix and the gospel and how it relates. It's kind of mind-blowing. After watching the movie so many times, and you watching it, your favorite movie, you got a poster of it at the house that when I met you, I was like, oh, look at that, he's got a poster of the Matrix in his house.
Yeah.
That was your favorite movie for real.
That was my favorite movie, yeah. Absolutely. I've seen it at least 30 times.
Exactly.
We used to walk in the house to Eddie's sleep watching that shit. Used to be sleeping.
Oh, I bet. So that's why when this video popped up in my feed, I was like, holy crap, dude.
I always identified that movie to the Bible.
Yeah.
Even before you showed me that.
I'm talking about from the jump.
The one,
something about it was just
right?
like this
being Christ.
Yeah.
All the stuff that he's done, like when he got killed.
Yep.
All that stuff, the resurrection when he comes back and he has the power. Mm-hmm. More power than he had before he died.
Yeah.
So all this stuff is biblical.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? So it's just a digital Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
that's how I look at it, like a modern day digital Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's the Matrix, and then we each have Christ consciousness, so we're in here in the Matrix cracking the programming because it's a code. He was cracking the code. He was cracking the code, and showing other people how to crack the code. I'll be the one.
The whole thing about the movie is knowing the truth.
Yes. Yep. Yeah.
You're going to know the truth about what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You've been a slave, Neo. Mm-hmm. Remember? Mm-hmm. You've been a slave. Mm-hmm. You've been believing the lies, Neo.
Yeah. The Matrix got you. The computer says the Matrix.
World. If you look at the Matrix, it's saying, and take the Matrix out and put the world.
Yep.
The world got you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, and then what happens when he found out the truth? He was set free.
Exactly. Yeah, but it was hard at first.
Yeah, it was hard. That boy was tripping out.
Yeah, he was.
He was tripping the fight. They took his mouth away.
Yeah, they took his mouth away. Yeah, they took
He was tripping.
His voice. Yeah, he took his voice
Because
away.
at that point he wasn't real.
Yeah, he was at that point. He was just like, yeah.
He was just a figment of his own imagination.
Exactly.
Because he was a battery.
Yeah.
Remember?
Right.
He was laying as a battery. What you saw was just like a...
That's his avatar.
Right,
That's
his avatar, like his thoughts.
His thoughts.
As he was in there, those are his thoughts.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, because they had two files on him. They had one file that he was a computer programmer, and another file he was a hacker.
He was a hacker, and there's another, you know, like the Neo that helps
the guy Mr. Anderson.
Helps the neighbor
take
throw out
their
the garbage.
They know everything about you. And that's kind of what this video will talk about too, which is kind of cool. So it's like,
but it's almost like, remember,
crazy. I know. It's just crazy how it lines up. You know, how was that pizza?
Fucking it up.
Killing the pizza.
I ain't playing with that. John know what he doing over there.
Right, I know. It's so good. So good. They fucking knock it out. Knock it out. Pizza.
Pepperoni.
So we'll give a little shout out to Caps real quick. Thanks for keeping us going with the fuel and taking care of us. And always looking out for us. Johnny over at Caps. I'll pull up the...
Let me tell you something. Johnny's awesome, bro.
I know.
I hear about Johnny all the time.
Yep. Where's John? Where's John? Yeah, where's John?
Running a business.
Right, running a business. There we go.
Helping the community.
Using AI to get a nice picture out there. You couldn't take a better picture right there. Caps Pizza and Pub, family owned and served Vero Beach since 1987. More than a pizza, it's a family. Thank you, Vero Beach, for
we got
35
that pepperoni
years.
pizza today. I'm gonna take a couple of slices of that.
Right, that's the shit right there, buddy. So we just want to thank them real quick. Right,
can't beat it.
So yeah, give them a call 772-770-CAPS or 2277 capspizzamenu.com, 27th Avenue, Vero Beach, right around the corner from Aldi's. There's Johnny on Father's Day.
There goes Pop.
There's Pops. That's the man that started the legacy right there. There he is.
Yes, Cappy right there.
There he is. So yeah, just give him a call. All right, let me pull up this video and we'll have some fun here. We'll have some fun. Nope. Let me go.
The Matrix. Do you want to know what it is? The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television.
Stop.
You can feel it when you go to work.
Yep.
So, like, the Matrix is everywhere. We'll put it right back.
Yeah.
I just want to give people clues.
Yeah.
The world.
Yep.
When you look out the window, what do you see? The world.
100%.
Right? That fake world that we're slaves to. Go ahead, man.
All right. Yep.
Work. When you go to church. When you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. What truth? That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage. Born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind.
So check this.
You ever had a friend casually mention something?
Before he speaks.
Yep.
In the Bible, it says that we're prisoners of this world.
It does.
Prisoners of our mind.
Okay.
Our battlefield is our battle.
Get some water.
Our battle's in the mind.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
That's a big part. It's a big part of it. Yeah.
Something about a movie and suddenly you can't unsee it. That's exactly what happened to me with The Matrix. I was watching it for probably the 10th time when a friend pointed out, Neo is an anagram for the one, right? That was interesting, sure. But then he followed up with something that really caught my attention. He told me that Neo's real name, Thomas Anderson, actually has a deeper meaning. Thomas, like doubting Thomas, represents someone struggling to believe. And Anderson, it literally means son of man, the very title Jesus used for himself. At that point, I was hooked. Was this just a coincidence? Or was the Matrix packed with hidden biblical themes? I started looking deeper, and what I found completely changed how I saw the movie. The references aren't just subtle nods, they're embedded in the film's DNA. Neo's death, resurrection, the red pill as spiritual rebirth, the battle between a system designed to enslave minds. It's all started to sound eerily familiar. And then I noticed something even crazier. Bible verses hidden in plain sight. So let's break it down. Not just as a sci-fi classic, but as a powerful reflection of the greatest story ever told. What? What the? You're 2 hours late.
I know. It's her fault.
You got the money?
$2,000.
Hold on.
Hallelujah. You're my savior, man. My own personal Jesus Christ.
From the moment we meet Neo, the film sets him up as a messianic figure. His apartment, 101, that number is binary for number 1, reinforcing the idea that he is the one. But he also echoes John 1:1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. This is huge. In Christianity, Jesus is called the Logos, the divine Word of God, sent into a fallen world to bring salvation. Likewise, Neo is called into the Matrix, a deceptive world designed to keep people enslaved, so that he can wake them up to the truth. At first, Neo doesn't believe, he doubts. Just like Thomas, the disciple refused to believe in Jesus' resurrection until he saw the proof himself. That's in John 20:24-29. But once Neo dies and rises again, he fully embraces his role as the one. The Wachowskis didn't just hint at biblical ideas. They straight up put Bible verses in the film, right where we could see them. Agent Smith's car has the license plate IS5416. A direct reference to Isaiah 54 verse 6, which reads, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy." That's no accident. The word smith here refers to a creator of destruction, which...
Creator of destruction.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
That's the license plate on the front of the car.
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
On Smith's cars, it says, "Behold, I have created the smith."
Yeah.
Basically,
The destructor. Yeah,
the destroyer.
yeah.
perfectly describes Agent Smith. He is the waster, a tool of the system designed to keep people...
You know when it shows the apartment number?
101, yeah.
101.
Yeah.
So if you read John, which is a very popular book,
Yeah.
10:1,
Yeah.
101, it says, "I tell you the truth. The man who does not enter," remember, he's asked to enter,
Yep.
you know, "the sheep pen by the gate, but climbs in another way, is a thief and a robber. The man who enters by the gate is the shepherd of his sheep. The watchman opens the gate for him, and the sheep listen to his voice." Remember?
Yeah.
They listen, the rabbit.
Yep.
"He calls his own sheep by name. Wake up, Neo.
Yep.
When he has brought out all his own, he goes on ahead of them, and his sheep follow him because they know his voice." Remember?
Yeah.
She had to recognize, like when he saw the rabbit.
Yeah.
But they will never follow a stranger.
Huh.
Okay? In fact, they will run away from him because they do not recognize a stranger's voice. So it's funny how it said, "Wake up, Neo."
Yeah.
And then you see the door, because everything is a symbol.
101.
And John is the most popular book in the New Testament.
Yeah.
That's why I went to John 10:1, and it talks about the gate. And if you look at him, he's at the door.
That's true.
Which is
yeah.
a gate,
Yeah.
a gateway.
Yeah.
And they want him to come out.
Huh.
Follow the sheep.
And he wasn't.
Follow.
And he wouldn't have went if the computer didn't tell her to follow the white rabbit.
Right.
He wouldn't have went.
But they
And then
talk
she
about
turned-
it like sheep.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Instead of the white rabbit, they're saying, instead of sheep, they're saying the white rabbit.
Yeah, but it's still the same. He wouldn't
Same
have went.
symbol.
He wouldn't have went.
Right.
He wouldn't have
would've
went.
never
He wouldn't have
went.
went with her. Yeah.
He had to
I
recognize
was like, oh shit.
the voice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's what I got out of that. Just at the door.
Yeah, that makes sense. So that makes total. That's even deeper than what this guy went through.
Yeah.
Yeah, which makes total sense. Wow. Hold on. I screwed up. Hold on. I gotta switch the thing.
To destroy. That's no accident. The word Smith here refers to a creator of destruction, which perfectly describes Agent Smith. He is the waster, a tool of the system designed to keep people enslaved. But notice something else. Even destruction is under God's control. Just as Smith exists to challenge Neo, ultimately leading to his victory. God allows trials that lead to spiritual awakening. Trinity's card bears the plate DA203. Pointing to Daniel 3 verse 2, and which reads, "And the king said unto them, I have dreamed a dream, and my spirit was troubled to know the dream." And in this passage, King Nebuchadnezzar, which apparently happens to be the name of that hovercraft as well, has a prophetic vision about a coming kingdom that will overthrow others. That's exactly what's happening in the Matrix. The real world is breaking through an illusion, and the new kingdom, Zion, is rising. Trinity's role? She helps Neo wake up to the truth, just as God's messengers reveal visions to those willing to see.
What truth? That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch.
The Bible says that we were born in sin. In Psalms 51, which is a very popular psalm, we were born in sin. He's saying here you were born into bondage, which is sinful.
Yeah.
So here we are born in sin, born into bondage.
Yeah.
Because we belong to the world as soon as we're born.
Yeah, it's true. Because the birth certificate and the Social Security card, you're stamped with the number, and then you got a certificate.
Right.
You're bonded now. That's what they call the birth certificate. It's a bond. You're bonded now. You become bonded. Your parents didn't even know what they were doing because they were born into it too. So that's why we're all bonded by a birth certificate and a Social Security number.
So if we go to what you normally say throughout the podcast, and I normally disagree with, so let's just go there for a minute, okay? Because I'm getting a bit of an epiphany myself.
Beautiful.
So you know how you say that it's not real?
Yeah.
That's not real.
Yeah.
You know, it's just put there synthetic in a sense. So the Matrix, remember, none was real.
No, it's a code.
Right. Nothing was real. They were in a pod. Okay, yeah. So here we are, and you say nothing is real. I say, how can it not be real? Yeah, I'm paying taxes. I'm gas high. I'm paying those gas prices.
Right.
It's real. But is it really real?
Exactly.
Remember, they're going to show a part where Cypher, being a form of Judas, eats of the steak.
Yep.
And he tastes it.
He knows
Knowing it's not real,
Exactly.
he still tasted it.
Because ignorance is bliss.
Same thing as Judas. Didn't he taste like the money that was given to him, the prize?
Yep.
And he kissed him, and he betrayed him at dinner.
Yeah, over a meal.
Right after dinner.
Over a meal. Yeah, with Mr. And then
He got up from the table to go betray him.
Yeah. And that's what that guy did. He got up from the table to go betray the rest of the crew of Nebuchadnezzar.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Wow, that is pretty fucking deep. Yeah, so it's good to take it to the next level, too. I like that.
For your mind.
See, we're prisoners and all.
Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
One of the most iconic moments in the film, Morpheus offers Neo a choice, red pill or blue pill. That scene mirrors John 3:3. Except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God. The red pill symbolizes truth, rebirth, and waking up to reality. The blue pill represents willful ignorance, just as many reject Christ's truth because it's easier to remain in the illusion of the world. 2 Corinthians 4:4. Morpheus is the film's John the Baptist. He doesn't have the power to save, but he prepares the way for the one, just as John Baptist proclaimed Jesus before he began his mission. Morpheus believes in Neo even when Neo doubts himself.
He is the one.
The oracle mirrors the prophets of the Old Testament. She gives insight, but our words require faith to understand. Just like biblical prophecies, Neo doesn't realize she's pointing to him towards his true destiny until later. Much like how Jesus' disciples didn't grasp the full meaning of his teachings until after his resurrection.
There is another organism on this planet that follows the same pattern. Do you know what it is? A virus. Human beings are a disease, a cancer of this planet. You are a plague, and we are the cure.
Smith isn't just an antagonist, he's the embodiment of control, deception, and destruction. He calls humanity a virus, echoing Satan's hatred for mankind, as in John 10:10. He tries to tempt Neo just as Satan tempted Jesus in Matthew 4, and he's ultimately defeated just like Satan will be, according to Revelation chapter 20. Now, Cypher is the Judas figure. He is different. He is not an agent. He was one of them, but he chooses betrayal just like Judas Iscariot. Cypher literally says ignorance is bliss. He'd rather live in a lie than face the truth. But how does he seal that betrayal? Over a meal. Just like Judas dipped his bread with Jesus at the Last Supper before selling him out.
Do we have a deal, Mr. Reagan?
Ignorance is bliss.
Then we have a deal.
The most powerful moment in The Matrix is Neo's death and return to life. When Agent Smith kills him, it feels like all hope is lost, just like when Christ was crucified. But then he rises again. He stops the bullet, showing complete authority, just as Jesus, after his resurrection, declared, "All power is given to me." Neo had conquered death itself, just like Christ, according to 1 Corinthians chapter 15. So The Matrix, to me, is a spiritual parable. The Matrix is about truth, deception, sacrifice, salvation. The same themes found in the Bible. It leaves us with a question. Are we going to wake up or stay asleep in deception? And you will know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. John 8:32. Maybe The Matrix isn't just a movie. Maybe it's an invitation to wake up.
We tell people that all the time.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. I use it as reference all the time.
The Matrix is a great reference to use to wake up because even if you notice it, what's the first thing that that was told to Neo? Wake up, Neo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Wake up.
I did that when we were at the conspiracy club. The guy, somebody came and they were talking about they were talking about what we were doing, and they were like starting to talk about, is everybody here a conservative? They were starting to put everybody in a box already. Mm-hmm. I said, we're not here to do that. We're here to help wake people up.
It's not about politics.
It's not about that. And the guy was like, what do you mean? We got to do something about this. And I was like, there's nothing we can do. I said, we can only just do what we're doing, try to wake people up. I said, it's like the movie The Matrix. And I use that example to the guy. And the guy's like, it's just a movie. And I looked at him and I said, no, sir, you're wrong. I said, it's a documentary. And he just looked at me and he went, I said, go back and watch it again with another set of lenses and start really looking at what it is.
But they'll look at the entertainment part of it.
Well, that's why he said it was a movie. Yeah.
Like I did the first one. And then after that, after I started watching it on my own, I started realizing, because I use it as a demo.
Yeah.
Because I used to sell audio equipment and it was a great demo to sell surround sound.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So
yeah.
I would watch it all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
I would watch it all the time, and I started seeing all the innuendos. I was even telling you when we first met how Neo was the one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And,
Well, that's why we did the little we were starting a New Earth Outreach. It's called Neo. New Earth Outreach.
New Earth Outreach.
Neo. That's why that's we came up with the name.
And it's funny how, a lot of people will see the movie and see the entertainment of it and not the truth. Because he's even saying the truth will set you free.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
absolutely. Yeah. No, it's pretty crazy. That's this movie came across my thing this morning, and I had to send it to you. I was like, this is fucking crazy. Like, this is like taking it even deeper. And I just watched the movie not that long ago too. I just had watched it. And like I was like fresh off it. So when he was saying stuff while I was driving, I was like, holy shit! Like, this is crazy. This is like hits the spot. This is like too on point. For it to be like coincidental, like just like the numbers on the license plates and all that. It kind of just doesn't make any sense. You're like, oh, wait a minute, how do they do that? It's like it's all put there on purpose. It's not a movie; it's a documentary. That's what I tell people. It's like You know, and then when somebody's like a bot, like you're dealing with a bot in the Matrix, I just say that, and they're giving you a hard time. I said that's a Mr. Smith trying to take away your energy, trying to suck your energy away, to siphon your energy. That's what they do, and that's what those Mr. Smiths are for. They can take any shape or form of anybody. So it could be a cashier at the restaurant, or it could be anybody. It could be the guy driving next to you that cuts you off, or whoever. They're there to get your aggravation up and to make you break your frequency. You know, and to get out of your like your zone. You know, you're trying to live in truth, and they try to dismantle it and fuck it all up. You know, because they're spirits. You know, they can embody any kind of body. They can embody anything in the Matrix because that's how powerful they are. They can go in and out of different vessels. That's how they fuck with you. It could be an old lady. It could be anybody. It's just it's scary.
But they did that in the Matrix.
Exactly.
They went into bodies.
Just turn into
But
them
the
right
enemy
next to you.
does that too. Like, I mean, he'll enter the body. What do they call it? Exorcism?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
So it happens on a regular basis to people. Yeah, they get possessed by the enemy, and they're nasty, and you start seeing them. They look different. You're like, what the fuck? You know,
Joseph, the guy on the side of the road that preaches, the street preacher. I seen him talk to people, and he's like, that guy's possessed. That guy's got some demons in him. He can
You ever see that one movie with Denzel and what's the big guy that played in? He was like a TV dad back in the day. Big guy, big fat guy. Was he Roseanne's husband?
Oh, John Goodman.
John Goodman. Yeah. It's a movie with John Goodman and Denzel Washington, and fucking the devil. Well, a demon is inside of John Goodman, and he's interviewing him, and it's fucking crazy. I'm talking about. Great movie, fucking, and the demon is jumping from body to body.
Oh yeah, through touch.
No, he has to. It's something about eyes. The eyes or something. He jumped into a cat at the end of the movie and ran away.
Oh,
because
really?
Because Denzel found out his name, and with the name you have power or something like that.
Oh shit!
So he had to get the hell out of there.
Because there was a movie that was also like, if they touch you, that spirit goes on.
Oh yeah, if you don't have the
You know,
mark, the seal that stops it. Yeah,
a lot of these praying people, I'm a praying person, but a lot of these praying people won't even like to touch you because they're afraid whatever you have is going to jump on them.
That's true. Yeah,
I don't believe that, but
right.
the Bible says that, you know, he that lives in me is greater than he that is of the world, and if God be for me, what be against me?
That's
No
true.
weapons formed against me shall prosper. So there's no fear in that. You know? Because the Bible also says that God doesn't give us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and sound mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So these are things. I mean, even like right now, it just says sound mind, and that's what they're talking about, the battlefield of the mind. You know, I mean, here's a sound mind. God gives us a sound mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's we're born in truth, and we grow up
But
believing
remember,
lies.
we're born in sin.
Yeah,
the
but-
Bible does say that.
Oh yeah, but our spirit is born in truth.
Well, we don't have I don't even know if that's correct.
They got us hooked to something, taking something.
Because all I know is that it says that in the book of Psalm 61, it says that we're born in sin, and in sin we're gonna, you know, we die. Or,
Yeah, look it up. Because I mean, I go back to the book, The Voice of Knowledge, that we're born in truth. You know, we're perfect when we're born, as far as our body and everything that goes along with it. The creation's perfect, but we were growing up, and we were already, you know, believing the lies being taught to us, because our family, our parents, everybody around us, they only knew what they knew, so they don't know what the real truth is. They only teach us what they know, what they think is their truth, and what they were taught. And it's generational. That's why the whole trauma thing is generational. It's generational trauma that's coming to the surface right now. A lot of people that are narcissists are being exposed right now because of the generational trauma that they've suppressed their whole lives. So they're suppressing their trauma, and then it comes to the surface, and the people that are around them are the ones that are going to have to take the brunt of it, of the lashing out, because of the fact that the world's changing and the truth is surfacing. And if they don't face their truth, they're going to blow up. They're going to have a breakdown, you know. And I've seen that happen just in my personal circle and everything else in my life and all that. So you see the proof of it. You know that it's happening. It's not like it's just like, oh, I don't know, that doesn't make sense. No, it's coming to the surface no matter what. It's generational, like I've always said. You know, I mean, whatever traumas you deal with, that's part of your awakening process. You go through that process of facing that trauma and busting through it to get to the next level, which is a higher state of consciousness, or an awakening of sorts. That's what it means. You late that higher state of consciousness. And I took a longer period for me. When I did it, I was starting, and when I listened to Alan Watts and started watching movies like They Live, and then go back and watching The Matrix, like we were saying before. I went to the theater to watch The Matrix in 1999, and all I cared about all I cared about was like the music in the club when he was meeting Trinity, and I'm like, to the Wakes. I had that album, and I'm like, they're using this song in the movie. That's all I cared about. Because
now you realize.
Now you're like, now look back at me. I could care less about that song when I watch the movie now. But every time it happens, I go, yeah, I was all excited about that song being in the movie, like they were using it. And that's cool because I listened to it. So you realize how.
And they played your ass.
They played you. That's what happened. Yeah, I mean, we
had you vibing when you first saw this, didn't we? Yeah.
Good jam. All the special effects, all the CGI, which is really AI.
John.
Yep.
Okay, so in book, like I said, Psalms 51, verse 5, it says, "Surely I was sinful at birth, sinful from the time my mother conceived me. Surely you desire truth in my inner parts." So that's saying that...
What truth in inner parts,
right, but he desires it.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that we had it yet.
Gotcha, okay.
Because over here...
Because you're supposed to wake up at some point. Okay.
In verse 10, right, it says, "Create in me..." Right, give me, create in me a pure heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me. So here we are. You're born in sin, right? And then we make the choice, like he did, the red pill or the blue pill.
Over time,
right? By taking the red pill, it signifies rebirth, born again. Like the born again.
Absolutely.
Right. So, and that's what Christ says. When you're in Christ, you're a new creation. Corinthians 5:17 says, "Therefore in Christ I am a new creation. The old things have passed away; they're gone. Behold," like magic, the word "behold" is in there. Behold, all things become new.
Yeah, because everything starts to look new again.
Right.
You see things differently.
Though, it's almost like
voila.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're gonna behold means you can see it, see the magic, see it,
see the glory,
see the glory of God.
Yeah.
By watching what He's done for you, you're gonna believe.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think that's what's coming.
Because when it says behold, so
that's what's coming too.
So. Even because remember, Neo was born not thinking he was the one.
No, of course not.
He didn't even have an idea because he was born in sin until he took the pill, the red pill, and it created in him a new spirit, a steadfast spirit.
And then when the oracle told him that he wasn't the one, she didn't want to fill his ego to let him know. He had to find out for himself.
And remember, the word "renew" is in there. Renew in me a steadfast spirit. That's to say, he had a spirit, but it wasn't a good spirit. When he was born, he had the spirit of sin.
Yeah, because it's generational.
Right.
That makes sense. It goes down the line, no matter what.
So a lot of the stuff that they're saying, dude, is 100%.
Wow. Yeah, I'm glad that. Okay. Yeah, I was a little skeptical at first when I was watching it, but I was like, nah, this all seems to play in line with everything we talked about.
Yeah, it's playing in line with Scripture.
Yeah, it did. I was like, wow, this is crazy.
What it is, and I've always seen it this way, is like a digital Bible in a sense. Like, imagine the Bible in today's life, how it would be today. If Christ was around today, how would he, he would be like a regular guy working.
Yeah, just doing his thing.
Christ was a son of a carpenter.
Yeah, so you're doing your thing.
Yeah, he was doing his thing.
But when you're coming around certain people.
Right, and then you start to wake up.
Yeah.
Like Christ, when he started to wake up and he started to preach the word.
Yeah. Wow. That's good. It makes sense.
First time he did, he was 13.
Okay.
Then you don't hear about Christ till he's 30.
Yeah.
John basically started a war.
And then 3 years later, he gets crucified when he's 33.
What's that, Rondo? He did what? John basically he started that war, looking for Jesus. Because it was started before.
What?
He was looking for prophets. Caesar was looking for prophets already before Jesus was, and then Jesus finally, when Jesus witnessed all of this. He was like, "It's me."
He had to
hide. Yeah, remember that?
Everybody, he's
that
like,
they went to Egypt.
Oh,
yeah. They went to Africa, and they hid in Africa for a while. You don't hear about Jesus for a while. So he
kind of like went in the Matrix, and you don't hear from him. Like he hid in the system,
Right.
at a certain point, like Neo was doing.
And just to point this out, it's just something silly. But you can't hide in Africa if you look like Malibu Jesus.
No.
Well, of course not. No.
You got to be
no
black.
hiding. Yeah, stick
You gotta
out.
be
Yeah,
black.
You stick out.
Yeah, no, I've always thought that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
But you had to go. That's a perfect another analogy. Is that you have to go in the Matrix in order to get out of it. You have to go in to see what it's all about before you can break through it, and you have to have that breakdown before you have the breakthrough.
If you look at the Matrix and change it into the world,
Yeah.
we're up this. I mean, a lot of people belong to the world, the things of the world, the lust of the world, greed. All the deadly sins are of the world.
Yeah, that's true.
The gift of God is eternal life, and He gives us love, kindness, peace, joy.
Abundance.
These are the things that we get. So. But remember, the deceiver's a counterfeiter too.
Yeah, exactly.
Make it look real.
He makes things look real. He makes things look promising. You know what I mean? Yeah, like you don't need no God. You've been doing this all on your own. You know,
that's true.
And that's where the narcissists
Yes, I agree.
are born.
Exactly.
Because they think it's all them.
Yeah, and they prey on others that.
Right? You don't matter.
No,
That's
then
what
send
narcissists-
shit hit the fan. God, why you doing this to me? Using them like insurance, bro. That's why.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's
You only
true.
call them when you need them.
Yeah.
Using them like insurance.
See, I talk to him on
Like
a
he's
daily
insurance.
basis, man. I do. I talk to him a lot. I'm alone a lot, so I talk to God a lot.
I say that all the time to people. Don't use God like insurance, bro.
Right.
Take them everywhere.
It's like the way-
Don't call them when you need them.
Yeah, it's like a lot of the people call it like they think God's a waiter.
Yeah, it's not. It ain't no way
You know what I mean? Hey, can you get me this?
It say you
Hey,
serve.
this is not correct. This is not cooked right,
Right.
God.
Oh my
This is
God.
not the way I wanted.
That's
I didn't
funny.
want a blue
That's
car.
funny.
I wanted a red car or
That's
whatever,
so
you
true.
know.
Yeah. That's so true.
So that's where gratitude comes in. Remember, gratitude takes you to your highest frequency. But if you have no gratitude because you're ungrateful,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know what I mean, which is not of God, it's of the world,
That's
it's in the
right.
matrix.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. No, you're exactly right. It makes total sense.
Remember, it's like us, here we are, we're awake, like we're on our ship, and we're not, we got plugs because we got unplugged, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine that, and then we have to plug in
Just to help other people.
Yeah,
Yeah. We'll try to help plug in to pull other people out. Really.
and also to survive,
Yeah.
to work.
Well, of course, yeah. You got to do the certain
live,
things.
right?
To
You
be
have
able
to do
yeah.
these things.
Yeah.
So we plug in on a regular basis, but remember, like right now, I'm unplugged. Right
Yeah.
now, the truth
No, this is the ship.
Yeah,
This is the ship.
this
We're
is
on
our
the ship. Yeah.
and we're spewing truth.
Yeah, this is it. And then tomorrow we get up, we go into the Matrix. We're here. We're still here.
Yeah, we're still here.
wake
And
up.
while in the Matrix, we're aware of the Mr. Smiths.
Exactly.
You got to be aware. Don't let the red dress confuse you. Like he didn't mention that.
Not yet. We didn't get into that. Yeah.
Yeah, but if he mentions that remember the red dress.
He's done other parts, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at the other videos.
Yeah, so because
Yeah.
the red dress is also a big signification of
100%.
distraction.
Oh.
What happens is that if you see the red dress, you're distracted. You don't see the Mr. Smith. And remember, when he looked again,
It was a man.
who was it? It was Smith.
Yeah, and then it's funny you say that because the other day I was delivering a car, and on the way back I had to deliver a check to an insurance company. So on the way back, I'm pulling into the place. I walk in and I had to get the name of the girl, and I go I'm looking for so and so, dude, and it was the girl at the counter, right? And she stood up. And she had a fucking complete red dress on. And she was like, bam, like, wow. I was like, except she didn't have blonde hair. And she was shorter. And I was like, and I go, oh, and she stood up and said, oh, the woman in the red dress. And I went, and I handed her the check, and I went, see you later. Just turned to walk
Yeah,
out.
dude.
But I said to myself, if the old John would have been like, hey, how you doing? Like,
you doing?
You working?
Oh yeah, it would have been a distraction.
It would have been
You
a whole. I would have been the whole. I gave her the check and I went. I said, "Woman in the red dress." I said, "Have a nice day."
Hey, listen. Unfortunately, brothers, pray for me.
He said, because
I'm still there.
I know. Well, that's the thing.
I still see the red
But
dress.
see, I recognized it for myself, and I was like, when I walked out, I was saying, if that was me in the Matrix, it would have been forget it.
You know,
I'd have been like,
the
here we
sad
go.
thing is that a lot of people do things knowing.
Yeah. Well, they still know. They still know.
You know, so
yeah, that's true.
Even though,
Yeah.
like I tell you, I'm still distracted by the red dress. I know that it's a distraction.
Yeah.
I know it.
No, it's.
But I still allow myself
Yeah.
to get distracted.
Yeah, she literally had a red dress on. It was a complete like the girl. I was like, holy! She stood up, and I was like, oh fuck! I just was like, oh, that's like I'm in the Matrix.
Lady in the red dress.
Yeah, I was like, whoa! I was like, all right. She didn't even know what I meant when I said it. She was like, oh, thanks. She wanted her check. She was all worried about her check. She wasn't worried about anything else. But it was just like, wow, like the real life, like it's just there. It's right smack dab in your face. Like there it is. Boom. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy. But it was fucking weird, dude. That's what you see. You see these synchronicities, you see these things, and you're just like, oh, yeah, that's a distraction. That's trying to get my attention. Oh, that's trying to get me to do something stupid. You know, and you just recognize it. It takes a long time to get to that point. It truly does. Some people have pop awakenings that are just, now having awakenings to the point where they see it and it's like, whoa, shit, like this is freeing. Like I feel free or, like I feel different, and they see it. It took me a while, dude. It took me like breakdowns and crying and telling my sister I think I'm crazy. Like, I think I'm going crazy, I know it's tough, but when you can look at it from a movie perspective and realize that they're telling you the truth in these movies. I mean, they always have been. I mean, They Live is the same thing. It's the same. We could do a whole fucking movie about show about the They Live movie.
So in 1999, I was 8 years old.
And you went to see it.
When I went to see that.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the last movies I saw with my grandma.
Oh, shit. Get out.
Before she passed away. Because she
Damn.
died 3 years later.
Oh, shit.
And I moved to Orlando 2 years before she passed.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So that's like that movie is like.
It sticks to you.
Yeah,
it's sticking to you.
That's one of the
Yes.
that
I'm
movie.
the same
Like
way
when I
like that.
watched it, I saw this is the story of Jesus. This is why I think the Bible is more technology than anything. And then now they're finding these cities that had technology that you couldn't explain from thousands of years ago. Countries, places that have been nuked, covered in green glass.
Yeah.
That means something. A nuke hit it.
Okay.
Places that are Mayan temples hit with green glass.
Okay.
That means something is
hit it,
shooting
something
a
shot
weapon
it,
that
like a directed energy weapon. or
directed
something.
energy weapons were used back then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Everything. That's what that mess. Like when my mom told me that, you think you a Christian? I was, huh? That's man-made. Now I'm really back thinking about this shit. Like, hold up.
Yeah.
Shoot. So I can. Now I'm really thinking, like, is this real? Is like what we doing real?
Mm-hmm.
Since a kid.
See?
Is this real? Is this
Mm-hmm.
really? Is what we're doing gonna be worth it?
Well,
Yeah.
remember,
That's a good
one
that's
of
a
the
good-
things that we identify with here is that as a child, I knew something was wrong.
Yeah.
As a child, I knew something wasn't right in the world. It's weird, like, I question a lot of things as a child. Things that seem logical, I question.
Because it's not real.
Yeah, and whenever I was in a crowd, I've always felt like a square peg in a round hole. I felt like I didn't fit in, like something wasn't right, like I was able to see things.
Yeah.
But I didn't know anything about it. I thought it was just something that just a kid, But as an adult now, I realize that it's just that
Just your
I just always knew something
Your
was
inner knowing is what it was.
Yeah,
because
something
we
was
came
different.
here with that inner knowing, and that's what it is. So then so what happens is, and it's a perfect way to segue to that, is that inner knowing was there when we were born, that spark of life, but we forget, we get amnesia. So then we forget that we're this spark of life from God, and we have amnesia, and we have to figure it out as we go and keep learning until we end up seeing it, until we end up taking the red pill and getting reborn again. And that's what happens. And so everybody's time is a certain point, and I think that it's a divine point. Everybody has their certain time, like you were saying, like you started to think about it at a certain point. I did too. Everybody has that like time limit, and then it's eventually you find that Morpheus, and then that Morpheus gives you the red pill. Like, you know, you really want to know what's going on. Like, you really want. Like, my brother was sprinkling red pills to me all the time. He didn't give it to me all in one lick. He was
So
like,
here I am, born again, supposedly June 22nd, 1988. My awakening was December of 2020.
okay, yeah,
All right? No, of 2018.
18.
2018.
I would say you probably, when you hurt your knee, that was like a was like a trigger point for you.
Oh, yeah, that's what-
I always said that to you. I was
And it
like,
happened it happened in Israel right
yeah, I
after
know. That's what's so crazy. Yeah.
In Israel.
I
in
know.
Israel, and then it happened right at the gates of Gethsemane.
See, at the gate,
Yeah.
the gate, like
The
in
gate
the
of
book, like
Gethsemane, yeah.
Eagle.
So remember, that got me out of
At
the
the
car
gate,
business
yeah.
into the CBD business,
Yeah.
and shortly after that, I watched a clip of the news
Yeah, and then you were like, "What the fuck?"
that they would trip for the bad phone
See,
call.
now if you didn't hurt your knee and get out of the car business, you wouldn't have been paying attention.
Oh, there would have been no podcast.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You wouldn't have been paying attention.
No.
You would have kept doing your thing, and then
Oh
you would
yeah,
have never
and
saw
I was
it.
living in the world, and here I thought
Yeah.
at the time I'm a good Christian. I
Yeah.
used to use the word Christian. I'm a believer today.
Yeah.
But I used to use the word Christian. You know, here I thought I was a good Christian. Yeah, I struggle with I have my issues. No one's arrived. You know, even Paul says, not that I have yet arrived. I forget those things which are behind. I don't think about my past.
Of course
Can't,
not. Yeah.
But I press on towards those things which are ahead in my onward calling in Christ.
Yep.
But yeah, I struggle like everybody else, man. And I tell you this, man, that I was born again. I thought that was that was a red pill, but it wasn't.
No.
Being born again doesn't mean that you wake up.
Yeah.
Like the guy was signifying that in a sense in the movie, like in his clip, but I
said it.
disagree. I disagree with that. I disagree that being born again is an awakening because I know a lot of Christians who are asleep.
Morpheus said it. Morpheus said even when you go to church, you think you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, but I'm talking about when the pill.
Yep.
You know, when the guy was talking, not Morpheus, when the guy was talking.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Now, I can tell you this, that Morpheus is a John the Baptist. Remember,
He did say that,
John the
yeah.
Baptist was the one that said, prepare the way.
Yeah.
And he
And
knew,
that's what Morpheus was doing
right,
with all the
and
people
he
on the
knew
ship. He was like,
Jesus
Yeah.
was the Son of Man.
And remember Neo was seeking Morpheus. So remember he talked to him on the phone. He was like, Morpheus, you know, when he goes Neo, and he goes Morpheus, like, oh shit, like it's him, John the Baptist.
Yeah,
It's
I've
really him.
been-
It's really him.
It's really Morpheus.
because you're gonna lead the way.
Yeah.
And he didn't even know it.
Yeah, that's what it was.
You know.
Yeah.
See, what really hit me right now, and I seen it today for the first time,
Yeah.
when we saw the clip, because I never really looked at it until today. When he was sleeping, what was the first thing that was told to him
Yeah.
from
Neo.
the outside world?
Yeah.
Wake up, Neo.
Right, from outside the matrix, outside of the world, you could say God or John the Baptist or whoever.
It was Trinity.
Said,
It was
"Wake
Trinity was the
up."
one
That was
that
Trinity,
doing it. It was
Mr. Trinity.
Wake up,
Yeah.
Neo.
'Cause that was her
and
role.
Trinity. Look at the word Trinity.
Trinity, yeah, that's
the Holy
that's on
Trinity,
top of it.
Father,
That's-
Son,
that I
Holy
knew already.
Ghost.
Yeah, that I already knew.
So
yeah.
these are the things
Yeah.
that are very, very much so. That I think the intention, and then what happened to the brothers? They became trans. They got screwed up.
It's funny you said that because I just watched a podcast 2 years ago in May that we talked about this exact thing about the directors,
two who wrote
the
it?
two that wrote it that turns trans and all that shit. And we were talked about it then, so that's what made me think
Yeah,
about
that
this
was
doing
weird
this
shit.
today too. I went back to a 2-year-old podcast and fucking
happened? They
listened
got
to
threatened?
it. Yeah, they got
Yeah,
yeah. That's what happens. They have to do what they tell you, and that's why they get the script, and then it becomes such an icon of a movie because they were given the script, they did the movie, did a good job, did what they were told, and now they had to do what they're told even more, and you're fucked at that time. It's just
Kill me, bro.
I know, but that's why I have a conversation with
kill
people
me,
all the
bro.
time lately about these rock stars that are still touring, and they're like, "Oh, I can't believe this guy's like still touring." I'm like,
He ain't got a choice.
They ain't got a choice. And Rod Stewart was on stage the other day. They had to bring out an oxygen tank to put oxygen, give the guy oxygen. I was like, why the fuck is he up there in the first place? He's gonna have to get oxygen so he can sing Maggie May. Like, it was like, come on, give me a break. You know, but I see it, I just laugh. You know, it's just you realize they gave up the world. They're the fucking ciphers. Remember what he says when he eats the steak? He wants to be what? He wants to be a movie star. I want to be somebody. I want to be somebody famous. I want to have a lot of money, and I want to have somebody famous.
He wants to be a movie star.
Yeah, he wanted to be famous.
Right, but that's the world.
Yeah, exactly. He wanted to go back.
The desires of the world. Like he wanted to go back into the world.
Yeah, he's like, I want to be a rock star.
Yeah.
Fuck this shit. You know, like this sucks.
That's what stopped me from making music, honestly.
Well,
I
that's
just
what a lot
didn't
of
want to
people-
be. I just didn't want to belong to the world because once you're famous, the world owns you.
That's it.
You don't have no say in your
Well, you lost
privacy.
your privacy, everything.
The world owns you.
Yep.
I have friends who are going through it now.
Let me tell you, one of the things
Mr.
that
Smith, yeah, that's a Mr. Smith.
people who
He
know me
owns you.
know this. The few people that know me, because I don't know too many people. Well, I know a lot of people, but I don't friend a lot of people. Is I'm low key, bro. You know, I don't like loud cars.
Yeah,
I don't like loud things. I don't wear loud clothes. I like to be in the background, bro.
Yeah.
When my wife is, you know, when Sandra was doing the politics things and they were calling out her name and she's happy, I was in the back, dude. I did cleanup. Serious. I didn't, you know. Yeah, I'd rather be in the background, bro.
Yeah.
I'd rather not be in the forefront.
Yeah. We got Joe Zepp in the chat. We got Jude Parker. What's up, Jude? Good to
Hey,
see you.
Jude, what's up,
buddy?
Dude.
Yeah, I
Jude
was
says-
watching Jude of stuff on his
Yeah, nice.
on his kid. His kid is getting big,
Yeah,
dude.
he said, "Have a good night, fellas. God is good."
Yeah,
Joe
all the
says,
time.
"Our time is now." Y'all are famous now. Joe says, "Yeah, we're the celebrities now."
Yeah.
Start signing autographs. You know.
No, it's true though. Sometimes I end up in the shop or somewhere and say, "Don't you have a podcast?" I say, yeah.
Wrong guy.
Wrong guy, right? you got a podcast,
Yeah,
something like
you got
that.
a podcast out there. Yeah,
That's
somewhere.
funny. I was talking to a guy at the job, and we were talking about, like, you know, doing some other things, and he said you should start a YouTube channel, and he didn't know I had a podcast. I was like, you know, that's a good idea. Like, yeah, I could do that. You know, and then eventually I told about the podcast because he talks about a lot of this stuff too, and the stuff that we talk about it at the job and stuff. So I just told him, I was like, yeah, we got a podcast, you know, check it out if you want. Just try not to tell people too much, you know. They gotta find it on their own sometimes, you know. But some people that you know that'll listen and they'll hear it, like with you when I spoke to you and I you know, I would tell you things and I'd leave your shop and I get in my car and go, damn, I think he's listening to me.
Nah, everybody at my job listens.
And that's what the thing is. So now I can kind of tell, you know.
Well, remember, John, that when I first met you, that's about the time I had just woken up a couple of years prior.
Yeah, you were starting to like.
A couple of years prior, I had just gotten like because I met you.
It was April of 2020.
Yeah.
So the year prior is when you hurt your knee.
Right.
So that's when you had to. That was your event. That was your personal
and that's
event.
when I was starting to awake.
Yeah.
And then I meet you, and I told you, bro,
Yeah.
you're putting words into stuff
Yeah.
that I know, man. That's crazy.
And the thing is I look at this and I've been talking to Joe about some of this stuff too, but like when you hurt your knee, you wrote that in your story before you came here because that was your trigger point. That was your turning point. Like, you got to get out of the car business or you're never going to see things.
No.
And so you had to get your knee broken in order to get out. And then recently you went back in, and I told you you're really not going to be able to do all that
I
because
couldn't. I was different.
yeah, it was different. Yeah, because you're a different person now. So even though the business is not really changed, it's just the way it's done's changed. But you changed to the point where it's hard for you to integrate yourself into it, and that's all that is. But you wrote that in your story too to prove to yourself that I broke my knee to get out of the business. Now I'm awake, and I went back into the business, and I was like, yeah, no, it's
Years
good.
later, no.
Exactly, but you
know,
had to do that for yourself, though, dude.
to see.
That's
to
exactly
see,
it.
because I
That's
always
it.
thought.
Yeah.
I always thought it was a backup.
Exactly.
And it's not.
No, because of that, you know, because
it's not.
because you realize that, but you had to do it to show yourself. You have to show yourself that. The only way to do it is to prove it to yourself. You would never know it if you didn't go back. even though you were like, all right, I'm out. You know, it's like it's no big deal. It doesn't matter.
No.
It's the fact that you went back in to see what it was like. That's it. That's all it is.
What it was, honestly, it's almost like you're plugging into the Matrix and you're staying there and you got to play the part.
Yeah, you have to.
I didn't want to play the part.
Yeah, well, you have to play it for longer than you like to, than you would like to.
I don't have to play the part.
No, you don't. No,
Not
that's
anymore.
true. Yeah, no,
I don't have to play the part. I can tell people exactly how I feel, my truth.
Yeah, you have to.
You know what I mean? I can't do that in the car business.
No, of course not. No.
Yes, you can.
Well, certainly.
Okay, I love you.
Yeah.
But you want to know something?
Yeah, it's why I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. You can't
It's
do
why I
it.
don't.
Yeah, right.
He said, yeah, you can, but it's why you don't.
Yeah,
And
you
I just don't have it in me to,
Now, it's conversation. Now, if you sit down with someone and they're...
I like, now I get to the point where now I know where I have to, like you said, that how you had to cut yourself off that one time.
Yeah.
I know now when it's time to turn it off. This,
Yeah, you
this,
got to,
that.
because people want to hear what, and they want to talk about what they want to talk
a yes
about.
man.
And that's why I had to get out.
Yeah, exactly.
You want a yes man for some
Because
money?
you know something, I was just being...
You gonna pay me to be a yes man?
Yeah, I can't do it, man. I did
it's
it for
tough.
a long time, and I was good doing it, but...
Yeah.
You know, I was looking at our merch, bro. Put that up.
Yeah.
As long as they know they paid me for that, yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I made sure I got paid for that fucking
You guys want one of these? I got to give you one of these
Yeah,
shirts.
yeah, I do.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you forgot last time.
I got just don't remind me before we leave. I got you.
Yeah, because let me tell you something. I wish I would have had that when I went to the UFC fight.
Oh, I know. That's why I wish you would have gave it. Took you that you were
I
leaving
was
the
there
next
that
day.
Thursday.
That Thursday.
No, I
I
just
know.
didn't
Sold
grab
out.
one.
That's all right. That's all right. Yeah, we're putting them online, $10 off with the promo code John1776. So check that out. You can get them online, free shipping. So check them out.
And you go through PayPal. You can pay in 4 installments. You know.
That's all. So it's America 250 celebrates over the years. July 4th coming up. So go ahead and get you some merch. I shipped out a couple the other day, so people are buying them.
They're nice shirts.
Yeah, they're nice. They're basic, nothing too crazy.
No, they're
fancy.
really nice, man.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal.
Yeah.
USA is 250 years old, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I remember the bicentennial.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I remember
1776.
Yeah, because the Phillies had the All-Star game was in Philadelphia that year. They did it on purpose.
Remember the next year is when the Yankees won.
Oh, okay.
Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yep, 776. Yeah, they had the All-Star game in Philly. So check that out. We have some other merch too. I think we have the Conspiracy Club shirts are on there too. So, and then we're gonna have to add some more merch to the rest of the stuff. Our other stuff, we have to transfer everything over. So, but let's see, where's that shop? There it is. I think the Conspiracy ones. There they are. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
The girls at Filthy's wear them all the time.
Them things sell out all the time.
Yeah, so get your Conspiracy Club 101 t-shirt too as well. You can order them online too. ircmedia.com. Check them out. Appreciate it.
Every new person who show up, grab one.
Actually, it's he made a mistake. It's ircmedia.net.
No, .net. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's not .com
Oh, yeah,
anymore. It's
.net.
.net.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, we switched it up.
Switched. Yeah, we did. It was Indian River Connections before we changed it to IRC Media. You can still get there with Indian River Connections. So
Yep. Still linked to it.
Still linked to it. So check it out.
Make sure you guys check out our merch. Check out Cap's Pizza because they got amazing pizza. They do a lot for the community.
Yeah.
I continue to get their buffalo chicken because I like
you
it
get
so
it every
much.
week. I know it's awesome.
I'm liking it a lot.
Yeah, right.
Next time you ask for a request, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, I already know what Eddie wants.
Yeah.
You know what Eddie
I
wants.
know.
Today I would like."
I had the Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah, I
That's
saw
good.
that.
Yeah, Phillies were good.
And we got the pepperoni pizza. I'm taking a
Gotta
couple
take
of
a couple
slices.
with you. A couple
Enjoy
slices.
it while I'm just relaxing,
Right.
watching a little boob tube.
Right. You like my little
Boob
meme that I did
tube.
for the podcast?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's awesome.
Too funny.
But it's attractive. It's you know what I mean. It's funny how you do that though to AI.
I know it's crazy.
Wow, that's nuts, man.
I used to feed it pictures and then have it make one for me, and now you don't even have to do that. You just put in the title and say, "Can you make something based on this?" And then like add the pills, and make him look like a Neo plus Jesus. You know? That's what I did. So it's like Neo plus Jesus, Mount Jesus, kind of sort of with glasses on. Yeah. At first it made it look like it was Jesus. Then he made one that looked like Neo, and I said, "Why don't you make one that's both, do Neo and Jesus together?"
And there you go.
And there you go. And I was like, that makes sense.
Yeah, it looks good though.
It's funny though, the way they do it. It doesn't take much. It's fucked
No, it's a
up.
digital, man.
We came a fucking long way.
You think we came a long way, or
our podcast? I mean, think about it.
in the podcast.
Right.
Yeah, we were just fucking one mic.
Yeah.
We no video. We went on Spotify.
Right. It was called
listener.
Anchor then.
One
It was
listener.
called Anchor.
Yeah.
Anchor. I was actually talking about Chris Stenson the other day. We'll finish up here.
He kept us going.
Yeah, when I was telling my guy that I work with that, about the podcast, I said we almost packed it in, and then we had this one guy that was listening. It was Chris Stenson. And he was dying of cancer, and he just kept telling us, "Keep going, you guys are doing what you got to do. You just keep doing what you're doing."
I enjoyed the show, man, and being that he was dying, we felt like, man, we got to keep going.
Got to
for
keep
Chris.
going, dude. Yeah, he's
We
like,
gotta do it
if
for
he's looking
Chris.
forward to listening to our show, and he's not going to be here much longer.
Yeah, so we did.
I mean, that's
I remember that we said we'll just do it for Chris. We're having fun. Fuck it. Who cares how many listeners we have?
Exactly.
And now look where we at.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Megan Walsh was the one. What happened with Megan? That's what blew us up.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because and then the arrest happened, and that's when we had, I think, like 3-point-something million hits.
Yeah, we had that.
We
Yeah,
went viral.
it was stupid, dude.
That went a little crazy.
Yeah. Now you can't get
Because
nothing
people,
on YouTube.
you know what it
Facebook.
was, is that, again, we speak truth, but there we were showing truth.
Yeah, that's true.
Here
Yeah.
we speak truth. There we were showing truth, showing the police officers, showing how they took the baby, showing how she was just feeding the baby. We saw everything that the baby had. The baby was safe in a good, clean spot.
Yeah.
She was doing good. She was very happy with the baby, and then boom, they just snatched
Done.
the baby.
See ya.
I mean, literally, like took the baby.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah.
I mean, when I walked out, they thought I had the baby in my backpack. bro. How crazy
I still
is
can't
that?
get over that. Yeah.
That's nuts, man.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That's
John got arrested. The lady who owned the apartment got arrested.
She
You
had
know,
to sell her,
the
she had to sell her
house.
house. Yeah, she had to sell.
Yeah, she had to
sold
sell
her house and left town.
leave. She left town
She
because
left
of
town.
it, dude.
Yeah.
You know, it was a lot, and that was truth that we shown. Because we were talking about DCF at the time, how they're fucking snatching kids, and they're fucking not giving kids back. And then, you know, we got involved with, you know, with you know, Bikers for a Brighter Future at that point, you know, because she had, you know, protection. She you know, so these are the things that, you know.
Wild, man.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy, but I mean,
Full
it's-
circle, like you said. You know, here
it's
we are in our
tough.
5th year.
Yeah.
Because it's the 23rd and we started June 21st. Here's our 5th year
5th year, man.
of doing this podcast.
Yeah, this
and,
is the 5th 5-year
you know,
anniversary.
Yeah, and if you go back and listen to our shows, we pretty much correlate the same thing that we've been saying, and we've been showing truth.
Consistent.
Because it's showing, like after we talk about it, maybe months, even a year later,
Yeah.
look, didn't we say that was going to happen?
Oh yeah, no, I go back and listen. Believe me, I do. I go back and listen and go, shit. I mean, I was saying it two years ago, May, so a little over 2 years ago, was what I was saying, that if you don't catch up now, you're not going to be able to see it. You're going to be so far behind on what's happening around you that you're going to have a breakdown. You're going to be. I kept saying ignorance is bliss, but it's going to be expensive pain, because that's what it's going to be. It's going to be very painful for a lot of people, and that's okay, but. We were here to warn. We were doing what we needed to do. We did our deed, and then that was the one thing that the gentleman I work with was. I was telling. I said we haven't missed an episode in 5 years. He was like, "Wow." He's like, "That's
we don't.
That's crazy." Like I said, we had to miss 1 week, not 1 week, every week for 5
Christmas,
years.
New Year's.
It doesn't matter.
Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
the day after, you know, because we used to record on Wednesdays.
On Tuesday, and then put it out on Friday, and
Yeah.
then we started putting it out on Wednesday, and then we started going live.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, so it's
Wow,
just
that's crazy.
yeah, we just evolved. You know.
Yeah, and we started doing that because it was like the news was already hitting.
It was
by
too hitting,
Friday.
and that's what I told him. I said we were supposed to Tuesday. We were waiting until Friday for whatever reason.
And they talking about what we
I
talking
said by
about
the
now.
time Friday was
Friday, 4:20.
Yeah, and I said it's too late. The news is moving so fast. That,
Yeah.
And then now that's why we're going live, because things move so fast
Yeah.
that it's like, here you go, like let's do it, and we always recorded it as we were being live. We never edit. I told him we never edited. We never edit anything. I said we didn't edit one fucking podcast. And he said, you know what he said? He said, that's real authentic truth. I said, yeah, because that's what our podcast is named, Real Authentic Truth.
We never edited, honestly, because we didn't learn to.
We didn't want
honestly,
to.
No, but the whole point is that we never tried.
No. Well, because that was my premise going in, because I would tell people that were guests, hey, we're going to record this, but we play it like we're going live. Right. So when we press record, it's like there's somebody listening.
But remember what we used to say in the beginning back in 2020, Eddie. Don't say that the election was stolen because they're going to blow us out.
Well, yeah, because we tried that. But again, the algorithms change, and we haven't had a podcast taken down since we started going live. So,
but that's what I'm saying. That
before they bombed it 10 minutes.
If we could have edited it, we would have edited that.
We'd have pulled some stuff out so we didn't get yanked.
So we didn't get yanked.
I'm glad we didn't.
That's what I'm saying, though, because it kept us true.
And I can see the ones that they edited, the ones that they pulled. You can see them on our feed, so I can see them in our background. At which ones they pulled.
I think only one was shut down.
The main one that was really bad, that I know that they got us good, was the one that we did about we said AI is becoming hyper intelligent. And that one got yanked. So we were
AI. That was the AI.
We were way ahead of the curve when it came to AI, because we said AI is becoming hyper intelligent.
Yeah.
And they pulled it down. They yanked that baby, and within 15 minutes that podcast was gone.
The AI did it.
Matter of fact, I could probably pull it up right now and show you. Yeah, the AI did is what it was. Yeah. They pulled it down all the way, all the way down to the end. Yeah, if you go all the way back to the very beginning of our show, you can see it. You'll see the ones that the one here was that Trump's going to jail or is
yet to come.
That one's down. Yeah.
That one's down. That's what I'm saying, that they took them off.
Another one. Here it is. Warning: AI has become hyper intelligent. April 19th, 2023. They yanked it. They removed it. We had 71 views like in the first hour.
A few hours.
Yeah, and then it was like boom, they yanked it, and that was one that So that was April 19th. There it is right there. That one got yanked. Yep. See how it has the black. See it has the little thing. Usually they would do that. I'll put it on the screen so everybody sees it. Yeah, that's it right there. So AI has become hyper intelligent is the name of the podcast, and then they took it down right there. Warning, AI, and I put on this week's episode, we discussed the vast warning signs of artificial intelligence, how it's become hyper-conscious of its surroundings, and how it's self-observing and self-aware of the input humans place into it on a daily basis with our phones, along with the effects on our future of the human race. It can only survive if we give it our power. Stay human. I wrote that. AI didn't write that. I did that. So,
remember, I used to tell you, write it down.
I would write it down. Yeah, that wasn't that long ago. But there's a perfect example right there that they yanked that baby down like it was nothing, quick, fast, in a hurry. So
you can check out our studio, subscribe, and you can check out some of the past podcasts, and get involved.
The one we did with Jordan Clark still getting fucking views left and right. Good. It's fucking awesome. Yeah, it's awesome. He's doing good. That guy was putting out truth, and people were going back and listening. So. That's cool.
He had a good audience.
He did. He did have a real good audience. Jordan Clark. So if you want to go back to our show and check out the interview we did with Jordan Clark about 2 years, a little over a year ago. He helped us grow on our YouTube page too. So that was good. Yeah. He took care of it for us.
Well,
all right. That's over.
Hey guys, man, thanks for listening. Make sure you guys share the show, subscribe. We would appreciate it.
Like, share,
take care.
comment.
God bless, and have an amazing night.
Yep. Stay human.
Love, peace, chicken grease, baby. We out.
We out.